Now, Mr. Gorbendop, I realize that you don't want to be called Mr. Gorbendop because that is not your real name.
That is correct.
Now, how does that make you feel that I've called you Mr. Gorbendop when in reality you are a normal 7,000-foot-tall monstrosity while I am an ant?
Well, it makes me feel hurt. It makes me feel betrayed. It makes me feel like crushing you like the ant you are, like I'll do right now.
Oh, but...
Welcome back, one and all non-elves, and to all elves, a warm welcome straight to hell. Ireland, I give you Hear My Ire, a talk show where Peacemaker and myself discuss our vision for the future of Ireland. I suppose we should go through introductions once more, just in case some gutter trash elf managed to survive getting its head caved in and wonder why that happened.
An apology is certainly in order for such a situation. Sorry you survived. Truly, next time we will do better. That over, I'll introduce myself. I am Peacemaker.
And I am the one and only Ymir. Now, Peacemaker, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but this is the second episode of Hear My Ire. That means the weak, elf-run government has yet to shut us down, despite our clear goal being their death.
Hilarious, certainly. I suspect that they are underestimating us. Elves always do that. They are exceptional at weaseling their way out of danger, and thus have never been made witness to their predators. But they will soon know that their wines will not save them for our ire.
Now then, we should get back to the topics we promised our muscular listeners last time. First off, elves biologically cannot do a single push-up. Peacemaker, why is this?
Well, it all comes down to this. What is an elf? Many believe elf is glass. After all, they do shatter like glass. But no, these creatures are made of plastics. Their diet, as I am sure you are aware, consists of broccoli and a variety of plastics. They refuse to consume any material that might increase their body mass, and it ends up creating the elf you know today.
Elves eating plastic might sound strange to you listeners. But remember, you are what you eat. That's why elves live so long, because they consume plastics, in a vain attempt to maintain their sickly appearance. There is a second part of why elves can't do a single push-up, and it comes from something that elves love to brag about: their ancestors. Every generation of elf is bred to be weaker and more of a drain on society. The long lineage means that the ability to build muscle has actually been bred out of elves, which means even when they die, they are still causing problems. Elves do not decompose, and ghouls cannot eat elf corpses, because elves don't actually have any meat on their bones.
Gotta remember to never eat an elf. You may think that devouring your foes to gain their power sounds great, but remember that line, because elves have no power.
Remember, it's the inverse muscle mass we talked about last time.
Truly terrifying. That trait is the main reason elves bred to become their plastic forms they are today. No predator would survive eating them. It'd be like eating a grocery bag. It just doesn't seem to work.
Remember what you learned, dear viewers. Elves may be great at hiding, but they cannot hide from their own inability.
Huh, they already knew elves suck. I don't see how we've taught them anything new.
That's where you're wrong, Peacemaker. Elves cannot do a push-up, and that's an identifiable trait. Elves are only good at talking, and they only talk their way into money. There might be some elves who listen to this and get their ears trimmed. Remember, dear viewers, if you find someone who can't do a push-up, then it's probably an elf in disguise.
Oh, I see. I suppose I hadn't thought of it that way. In that case, try to bring up ancestors. They'll be practically snapping their own necks for you.
That's the spirit. Remember those lessons, dear non-elf viewers. And you dullard elven viewers, remember this lesson. I'm coming for you, and hiding will do no good. Now, on to our next topic. Peacemaker, can you tell the dear viewers what that is?
With certainty. We mentioned it last time to the viewers, and if I remember correctly, it's metahuman dinosaurs, and how we could have been living amongst them if the filthy elves weren't taking their spot.
That's right, Peacemaker. Now the facts with this are murky, as with all studies on magic and the astral realm, but scientists have speculated that there are more metahuman races than what we currently have. The reason why metahuman dinosaur people don't walk among us? Simply put, there is a limit to the number of metahuman races that can exist at the same time.
Well put, Ymir. It is an absolute tragedy that these pathetic, bottom-feeder dregs of society's gutter are taking what could be contesters for the true metatype that we have today. It would be glorious to see the form that could contain further greatness. I'd certainly be jealous, but that's just me.
It certainly would have been incredible, but thankfully there's a solution. Exterminate every elf that there is. Now, dear viewer, I realize that this is a long and arduous undertaking. I want to make sure you know, all elves must die, to make room for metahuman dinosaurs. It's time we did our part to clean up the species that has been vomited out of the aether,
slimed out of the putrid garden of the primordial slugs unto what was once an honest world.
A garish, plastoid facsimile of the metahuman form, existing only to regurgitate their own repulsive mess.
The very fetid pool that all weakness crawls out of, causing our then innocent human condition to fester to its now malignant state.
Well put. Dear viewer, I think it's time we all did our part of ridding the world of this cancer. That is why Peacemaker and I are starting a Greatest Hits 2000 album for our show.
The very tainted flesh that rots a Oh, you send us the best hits you've landed on an elf, and we'll review them for our next podcast. The winner gets 2,000 new yen and a free Hear My Ire t-shirt.
We will be posting these videos along with some of our own greatest hits, but we won't personally be competing. We'll just be helping to drive competition, as ridding the world of its worst will take your best. Be sure to comment on which of us did better, Peacemaker or myself.
Next time we'll be discussing how elves have twisted the standards of beauty and the social-economical benefits of eliminating every elf. It's been good speaking to you, dear viewers. Until next time, this was Peacemaker.
And this was Ymir. And as always,
put some muscle in your hustle.
I can't believe we forgot to actually do that.
What? For the last one?
The Greatest Hits album.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, it was like...
Yeah, come on, we're doing the ending stuff.
Thanks for listening, listeners.